Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am ItsKim, and this is ItsKim Live. If you've never seen me before, hi. I'm Kim. This is my show where I talk about pop culture stories that I care about, and I give my opinion, my speculation, my feedback, all of those things. I love Britney Spears, so she pops up quite often, but I also talk about lots of pop culture topics, and I also really love psychology and mental health, so I tend to discuss those things as well. We've got a few stories today to go through. It's a lot. We've got Britney, Miley, and we're gonna actually be talking about the Biebers, which I've never done really before, but we'll get into why because it's getting wild out here. Just want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. Are we all good? Let me know in the chat how you're doing. What are you having to drink while we're watching? I've just got my Coca-Cola, me doing that. Let me know where you're watching from, all that good stuff. Separate from all of our stories, I did want to say right off the bat, if you are watching on the replay, hello, replay crew. It is good to see you. There should be timestamps in the pinned comment below, as well as in the description. I am trying to set up chapters for you guys so it's easier to navigate. So you are welcome to just watch the show as a whole, or you can jump around to parts. And here's the way this show usually goes. We've got the stories at the beginning, then we have a halftime where we all just kind of talk. I communicate with my lovely community of space angels who are here and wonderful, and I love you all so much. And then we have a fun section towards the end of the stream where we look at something from on the internet that's wild, crazy, fun, and we call that section What the What. So we've got lots planned today, lots of fun. I am very excited to go through all of it. I also just realized I did not upload the What into my StreamYard, which I should do. There it is. Now we're good. We're good. I do want to say quickly a big thank you to General Scott, who sent a PayPal in before the show even started today to me. Thank you so much. Anything that is given to me through PayPal goes into a fund that helps me cover expenses for the channel, such as subscription fees, equipment, all those types of things. So that's what that goes into. So thank you very much, General Scott, for that. As well, I can see already you guys have started showing me support, which is wonderful. Thank you so much to Jean Brick for the Chomp Chomp super sticker, the one up. Thank you so much. Ray, thank you so much for the gifted membership. That is wonderful. And Manda Panda as well for the gifted membership. And General Scott, thank you for the gifted membership. You guys going above and beyond and supporting me so much. I so appreciate it. I do want to just say on Monday, we had an incredible amount of gifts given by this community, and I'm still in a bit of shock from it. It was a lot. We had over 100, and normally that's not a thing that happens on this channel, and I'm so thankful for it. So I do just want to give a big shout out to, we think we got all the names of everybody who gave on Monday. I'm sorry if I forget someone, please let me know. I want to make sure that you get credit as well. General Scott, Meg S, Katie, Jackie, Lulu's mom, Ray, Vicky, Diva D, King Bob, Chaos, Carbonite Stardust, and Samantha. Thank you for giving memberships. And I did really want to tell you guys this specifically because I've been getting some comments on the members only videos that are accessible if you do become a member of this channel, Space Angels. And they have been leaving comments of just saying that they don't know who gave them the membership, but they're so happy that you guys did. And they honestly, one person was like, I feel blessed to be given this and that it means a lot to them. So I just wanted to say, because they can't say it to you, on behalf of myself as well as the people that you've given to, thank you so much. They really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys know that. So I also have something else that I have to announce to you guys. And I talked about it in the chat before we started. I'm adding a meme today. We are adding a meme to the meme verse of this channel. I love having inside jokes with this community. It's never our goal to how do I put this? It's never my goal to keep people out of the inside jokes. I want everybody in on the jokes. I want us all laughing. I want us all to have a good time. And we have a few jokes here that we love. Such as when I talk about the YouTube Human Reviewer, we bring up Elaine from the Johnny Depp trial.
I'm trying.
We have Adele with her iconic
divorce, babe, divorce.
And we also have Cardi B.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
And we have the most iconic of all of them, which is Ms. Jennifer Hudson, for whatever reason, singing
insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. Woo.
We all sing ooh like a choir afterwards. These are the things that we do. So, as the thumbnail of today's show says, disgusting, that is because there's multiple things that we are about to go over today that I'm upset about, I'm angry about, and quite frankly, I do find them to be disgusting, which reminded me of a meme that I absolutely love from back in the day, which is here. And the meme is basically called disgusting. Put a 1 in the chat if you know this. If you know this meme. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a summary before I show you this video. In this video, it's over a decade. It was posted a decade ago on the internet, like I think 11 years ago. This is a situation in which two sisters, we believe, are singing a Cher Lloyd song. Cher Lloyd was a pretty popular British pop star a number of years ago. And so they're just recording themselves singing a song, to which they are then interrupted by their mom, asking them why, after using the washroom, they did not flush. The girls deny it, and the mom just lets them know what she thinks of what they did. So we're going to experience this together. Are you all ready? Here we go.
And don't forget all the trouble we got into.
Why does somebody not know how to flush the toilet after they've had a...
What do you mean?
Well, one of yes. Disgusting!
Disgusting! So yes, now when we have moments that are disgusting, we will now be graced with this beautiful, wonderful woman, and I don't know her name, I don't know who she is, I have looked, I can't give her credit, but here it is.
Disgusting!
And there we go. So, I hope that's okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you approve. Do we approve of this decision? I'm so happy already seeing like the LOL, yes! It's just the most ridiculous meme. And the thing is, it just took off and it has so many separate memes from this. Oh yeah, we got, yeah, approve, best mom, lolling, we're good. Yes, all the ones. Thank you very much. Exactly, Kyle. I'm adopting this into my daily life now. Exactly. It's so good. It's so good. So yes, that has now been added. And we will be using that multiple times today because oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me pull up my graphics here. Oh, So, as the thumbnail says here, as we get this all figured out, we have a few stories today. I find each of them disgusting for different reasons, and we're going to start with the Britney story. Let's go through the disclaimers first. I should do that. We have to do things by the book. This stream will include speculation and opinion, as this is my show and I share my speculation and opinion and should not be taken as fact. If you have questions about why I am saying what I am saying, you are welcome to check out our source document, which is in the description under this video or beside this video or whatever YouTube decides to do in the future of formatting. And that just kind of gives you an idea of what I've looked at, what has helped form my opinion. You're welcome to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. It's also there to give credit where credit is due because we never try to take credit for things that are not ours. We want to be on the right side of that. Also, hi, YouTube human reviewer. Nothing explicit is going to be shown today. I've gone to great lengths to make sure that what I am discussing is appropriate for the community guidelines. And we care about this platform. We'd like to stay here. We're doing our best. And we will go from there. And viewers, please do not send hate to anyone. I know my space angels are wonderful and you guys don't do that, but it's the responsible thing for me to do to just inform you that that is not what I support. And I would rather people not do that. All right. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about an article where Hello Magazine said that Jessica Biel was triggered, and I had a lot of feelings about that because I just was really, really upset. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of happening again. It's a bit different, but let's go through this. So this is Us Weekly. Us Weekly, and the headline is Britney Spears was triggered by Justin Timberlake mocking her apology and wanted to move forward. Exclusive. Britney Spears is still processing Justin Timberlake's latest dig about their past ups and downs, a source exclusively tells Us Weekly. Britney was annoyed after his onstage statement, the insider says, referring to Timberlake mocking Spears during a February concert. At the time, Timberlake told his New York City fans that he wanted to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely effing nobody, and then proceeded to sing Cry Me a River, which was written about his split from Spears in the early 2000s. And we've talked about how this actually really upset Janet Jackson fans as well. It seemed like a bit of a retraction of his apology from years before to the both of them. It was just very interesting, and people had a lot of opinions about it. The apparent dig came just days after Spears made a social media apology on January 28th for some of the things she wrote in the book. If I offended any of the people I genuinely care about, I am deeply sorry, she said on Instagram before praising his new single, I Am in Love with Justin Timberlake's new song, Selfish. Timberlake's remark was hurtful to Spears, according to the source, who tells us that the pop star's turning point in her mental issues started when Timberlake broke up with her so many years ago. Now, here is where I get mad. That's not accurate. That statement is not accurate. And really, Britney can tell you all about it in chapter 10 of her book. That's what I mean. Like, it's that is not what happened when she started to struggle with her mental health. And she was very clear about this in the book. And as I like to elevate Britney's voice as much as possible, I'm going to share this with you if you have not read this book. So this is where she kind of talks about this. So at the 2000 VMAs, I sang the Rolling Stones song, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, and then Oops, I Did It Again, when going from a suit to a hat to a glittery bikini top and tight pants, my long hair down. Wade Robson choreographed it. He always knew how to make me look strong and feminine at the same time. During the dance breaks in a cage, I did poses that made me look girly in the middle of an aggressive performance. Later, MTV sat me down in front of a monitor and made me watch strangers in Times Square give their opinions of my performance. Some of them said I did a good job, but an awful lot of them seemed to be focused on my having worn a skimpy outfit. They said that I was dressing too exy, and thereby setting a bad example for kids. The cameras were trained on me, waiting to see how I would react to this criticism, if I would take it well or if I would cry. Did I do something wrong? I wondered. I just danced my heart out on an award show. I never said I was a role model. All I wanted to do was sing and dance. The MTV show kept pushing. What did I think of the commenters telling me I was corrupting America's youth? Finally, I said some of them were sweet, but I'm not the children's parents. I've just got to be me. I know there are going to be people out there. I know not everyone is going to like me. It shook me up, and it was the first taste of real backlash that would last years. It felt like every time I turned on an entertainment show, yet another person was taking shots at me, saying I wasn't authentic. I was never quite sure what all these critics thought I was supposed to be doing. A Bob Dylan impression? I was a teenage girl from the South. I signed my name with a heart. I liked looking cute. Why did everyone treat me, even when I was a teenager, like I was dangerous? Meanwhile, I started to notice more older men in the audience, and sometimes it would freak me out to see them leering at me like I was some kind of Lolita fantasy for them, especially when no one could seem to think of me as both exy and capable, or talented and hot. If I was exy, they seemed to think I must be stupid, and if I was hot, I couldn't possibly be talented. I wish back then I'd known the Dolly Parton joke. I'm not offended by all the dumb blonde jokes because I know I'm not dumb. And I also know I'm not blonde. My real hair color is black. Trying to find ways to protect my heart from criticism and to keep the focus on what was important. I started reading religious books, like Conversations with God series by Neil Donald Walsh. I also started taking Prozac. Is Justin here at all? No. No. What was making her depressed was media scrutiny, guys. That was the foundation. Not to mention, all the other stuff she's gone through in her life, okay? I'm just saying, it's absolutely ridiculous to be like, Justin was the reason. Because according to Britney, that's not true. That is not true. This is pre their breakup. This is pre the pregnancy that did not come to be. This before all of that. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's ridiculous. Back to the article though. Spears thought they'd be together forever and have children, the insider exclaimed. So when he broke up with her, it shook the world, the source claims, noting that things shifted with her and she started having problems soon after the breakup. Spears and Timberlake seemed like they were both moving forward in recent months, but when he made fun of her apology, it triggered her, the insider said. And this just kind of goes into the drama between the two of them. For example, one time when he was performing, he said something to the effect of, with Cry Me a River, what goes around comes around. I can't remember which one it was specifically, but saying, sometimes in life you think you found the one, but one day you find out she is just some B word. To which he then was like, I wasn't trying to insult her, blah, 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 claiming he wasn't ready to be a father. All this drama we've been over a million times, so I don't really feel the need to rehash all of it. I just saw Steph come in. Hi, Steph. I hope you're good. I'm reading, so I can't watch the chat that much. Yeah, so and then we had the whole thing with the concert and Britney saying, I beat him in basketball, go cry to your mom, all that stuff, right? So all this drama we are already all very, very aware of, and I don't really feel the need to go back in and rehash it all. So yes, in January, Jessica Biel had a similar thing written about her in OK Magazine. And I had feelings about that as well. And I hate seeing the term triggered being used in a manner that is not appropriate. And I want to explain why. Okay, Steph, I just saw your message. I will check it out. Thank you so much. Much love to you. I'll talk to you soon. So what actually does it mean to be triggered? Okay, and we've talked about this briefly, but at some point in the past few years, you've likely seen the phrase trigger warning or abbreviation TW online, or heard someone say they're triggered by something. Triggers are anything that might cause a person to recall a traumatic experience they've had, for example, graphic images. Less obvious things, including songs, odors, or even colors, can also be triggers depending on someone's experience. A trigger warning is simply a way of letting people know the content they're about to consume may contain triggers. And it's not anything new. But the concept of them has started popping up more and more in casual conversation in the mainstream media, leading to confusion and debate on the topic. Now, I can't read all of this, but basically the point of this slide here is just to show some of the things that cause these issues. These are life-altering, traumatic experiences that cause the brain to do things to deal with trauma. So to me, literally sometimes when I see these conversations, I start to think to myself, it's like when people are making fun of someone for being triggered, it's honestly like people are saying like, haha, your brain did a human thing because something horrible happened to you. What a loser. That's so stupid. It is so incredibly stupid. And that's why it bothers me, because all it does is further stigma. All it does is make it harder on people that are struggling to be taken seriously and for people to have compassion and understanding towards them. It's just the most unempathetic way of looking at things. It's just disgusting to me, right? Like, I'm just being honest. There is a difference between discomfort and trauma. There is a difference between being triggered and being uncomfortable. These are two completely different things. Okay? So this article was reviewed by a doctor. This is not me saying this. This is medical, right? This is medical. So when the article says, the same thing I just said, to be honest, I don't need all that. I should have taken that out. So when I look at this part of the article here about Britney saying that things shifted with her after the Justin breakup and she started having problems, and then when he made fun of the apology, it triggered her. It sounds like they're obviously alluding to Britney's mental state or her mental health, which would entirely be her news to share and nobody else's. I just yesterday I was modding over on Popcorn Planet, and there was some discussion regarding Princess Catherine or Princess Kate. I don't know. I'm confused, and I'm not going to get into the whole royal news thing, guys. Don't worry about it. It's not. I leave that to the people who are much more educated in that than I am. But there was a very large discussion about whether or not Kate's medical information should be protected, or Princess Catherine's medical information should be protected, because she has asked for privacy. It should be given to her, and people need to stop speculating and making conspiracy theories about her physical health, because it's considered disrespectful. So why is that considered disrespectful when it's physical, but when it's mental health, it's totally fine to speculate and to further stigma? That's why this pisses me off. This is why this is a thing that ticks me off so much. And especially when in the past we've literally had a whole media tour of people being like, "We're sorry, Britney. We're sorry we made fun of your mental health. We're sorry, blah, 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 blah." And then we're back here. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. You put a different bow on it, you put a different word on it. It's the same thing. It's gross. It is so gross. And that's why I said, like, that this is disgusting. This is disgusting. And it really makes me mad. So ultimately, A, the Us Weekly article is incorrect. And B, leave Britney alone. This is so stupid. Like, it's so dumb. And I mean, I honestly, I would feel this way using this word about any celebrity, even one that I really didn't like, okay? And this is not a story today that I'm trying to be like, screw Justin Timberlake or screw these people and blah, blah, blah. It's just, can we just not? How about we just let people share about their mental health, what they're willing to share about their mental health, and what they're ready to share about their mental health? Because it's almost like if people have a whole bunch of people all judging their mental health, perhaps that could be very difficult to deal with and could in turn actually make it harder for them to be able to manage their mental health. Just a crazy observation, right? Almost like if the media is scrutinizing you constantly, that it could potentially cause trauma that could, like affect you potentially for the rest of your life, and to the point that maybe you'd have to go on a medication to help you manage it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hope that makes sense. Thank you for allowing me to rant on that front, because it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Next story we have to go into is Miley Cyrus and her family drama. So last time we talked, there was an exclusive article saying that Miley was not aware of the love triangle between her mom, her sister, and her stepdad. Yes, this whole story has been absolutely insane. And I'm not going to get into everything that we talked about on Monday. We went through a full breakdown of the timeline and everything that happened on Monday's show, which you're welcome to go and check out. There are chapters in the description of that show, so if you missed it, you're welcome to go back and jump around and see that. But yeah, apparently now, though, there is an article coming out now saying that, yeah, no, she knew. Miley knew. So according to Us Weekly, Miley Cyrus is fully aware of her sister Noah Cyrus's relationship with Dominic Purcell before Tish Cyrus entered the picture, a source exclusively reveals in the latest issue of Us Weekly. Miley, 31, absolutely knew Noah, 24, was dating Purcell, 54, when their mother, Tish, 56, started pursuing the actor, according to multiple sources. This paragraph alone, what is happening? What is happening? However, a third source tells Us Weekly that Miley tried to stay out of the family drama, but her strong bond with Tish won out. Miley believes the family rift is beyond repair at this time. I mean, I'm kind of inclined to agree based on what I'm seeing. The insider explains, Miley is devastated her family's been torn apart. I mean, fair. I think that's fair. At this point, Noah refuses to communicate with her sister, and Tish is not open to any reconciliation with Noah, the source adds. Okay. All right. I want to be clear. I don't want to believe that Tish stole her daughter's boyfriend and then married him. I don't, because to me, that's just, it is absolutely disgusting. It's awful. It's horrible. And I can't even imagine how that would feel, the betrayal, everything. It sounds like a bad Reddit story saga that we would read on this show and just be like, I can't believe this is real. It's really, really sad. At the same time, though, I am seeing this narrative that Noah wants fame, that she wants success, that she's jealous of her sister and she wants the spotlight on her. And she really, really wants the attention. She sold her tears for $12,000. Okay? Like, I understand this dialogue. I really do. But I don't want to write her off as an attention seeking person. Because if she was hurt in this manner by her mother, it's horrible and it's not acceptable. And I honestly do have empathy and compassion for her. And then she goes and does this. I don't even, guys, I can't. Noah Cyrus commands attention in bridal gown during a Volano, I think is how you say it, fashion show after her mother Tish was accused of stealing Dominic Purcell from her amid family feud. So yes, Noah Cyrus commanded attention as she donned a white bridal gown walking down the the runway in the fashion show during Paris Fashion Week on Tuesday. The singer, 24, looked elegant as she took the catwalk in an off-the-shoulder gown that highlighted her jaw-dropping figure. The garment featured a dramatic flowing train, while Noah added height to her frame with a matching pair of heels. I love these descriptive paragraphs that these like tabloids do about what people look like. It makes me laugh. But the thing is, this fashion show, my first thought was, okay, this is Fashion Week, right? It's Fashion Week. So you are going to have runways where you would have white dresses. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. It doesn't mean that it is a statement. Except the rest of this show, guys, I went on the Instagram for the designer and I looked at the website. This is, Noah's in the center here. This is the other stuff that was modeled through this show. There's a lot of latex. There is nothing else in this collection that I am seeing that even suggests bridal. So I feel like this white dress thing that she's doing is a choice. And I can't help but feel like this is a very quick way for her to get another headline or get more eyes on this fashion show. Definitely get some attention. Because why else would you do that? If somebody else has an idea, please let me know. Because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am missing information. Perhaps I am being biased. I don't know. But I just feel like this is really this is very much to me like a look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me headline story. And that it's weird to me. So ultimately, I'm kind of sitting here with this whole family drama being like, is everyone just in the wrong and does everyone just kind of suck? Like, I feel like I'm kind of team no one at this point. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not team no one. I'm team Dominic needs to start talking. Because we're so busy focusing on the female cat fight of it all that we're not focusing on the fact that Dominic would have been in his 50s dating a girl in her early 20s and then jumping to her mother. And he's saying absolutely nothing right now. I don't have words. I don't have words. I don't have final thoughts. I just have shock, and quite bluntly, I feel like this is a perfect time to inaugurate our new meme, because this whole situation, quite bluntly, is just
Disgusting!
That's all I got. That's all I got. All right. So, we're going to move on to our third story then. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wanted to cover this story because it pissed me off. I normally don't do that. I normally don't just look for stories that make me mad, or if I see stories that make me mad, I don't like to focus on them because I don't like that negativity. But this is a personal issue here, and it has to do with Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. Now, we really haven't talked much about them because I'm not a big fan really of either of them. Not a big fan of Justin's music. It's just never really been my thing. No hate, no shade to him. It's just not what I've been into. And Hailey Bieber, I really don't know a huge amount about her other than that she has her like skincare line, Rhode or whatever it's called. She's done modeling. She married Justin, and of course, all of the drama surrounding Selena Gomez, which I don't like some of how she conducted herself through those controversies. But that is just my opinion. But that is about the extent of what I know about this couple. Now, what completely threw me for a loop was there was this crazy story last week, and it's still developing. So I wanted to share this with you. So Hailey and Justin Bieber's marriage is feared to be in danger after her dad, Stephen Baldwin, begs fans to pray for the couple. Now, fans have been saying for a long time that there's been trouble in paradise. There's been, they've publicly been seen arguing. They're not hanging out together as much. And they very much were people that if they went to events, they would go together. And now it seems they're going separate. There's a lot of those types of things that fans are picking up on. So what happened here was Stephen, Hailey's dad, directly referenced Hailey and her husband, Justin, sharing a video on Instagram. So he found a post on Instagram of Justin singing "I Could Sing of Your Love Forever." Okay. For my Christian fam out there, you probably are aware of the song. It's just a Christian song. It's a popular Christian song. And Steven then shares this to his Instagram stories and adds a caption that says, "Christians, please, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and to draw close to the Lord." Many fans quickly linked Stephen's post to the young couple's marriage after weeks of speculation that they were headed for divorce. Now, the original video, like the video here, my understanding of this, it was just explained by this Page 6 article. In the caption of the original video that Stephen shared, Victor Marks, who, as you can see, the at the bottom, so that's originally where the video came from, wrote a caption and saying that his wife, Eileen, and Hailey's mom often pray together for the young couple. There are special challenges that folks in high visibility positions face, and also the enemy doesn't want them to draw closer to Jesus, he claimed in the caption. So often, regardless of material things or the accolades, they often face spiritual warfare. That's intense and seeks to shipwreck their faith, marriage, and life in general. So thank you. Though Stephen reposted this message to his Instagram, he did not offer any additional context on what the pair were going through. Fans were quick to draw baseless conclusions from the cryptic plea, and it was reported that Hailey was pissed at her dad for fueling speculation. The Biebers have since been spotted attending a late-night church service together. Okay, so we kind of have this idea. So this happened last week, right? And we now have a bit more context as to what was in all of these posts. On a personal level, as someone who was raised in religious culture, I just want to say that this right here is one of the most annoying things to me ever. And it is this fake, self-righteous gossip prayer warrior crap. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's basically people just sitting in a room all together being like, let's join hands, let's pray. And going, please be with Sally. Help her to resist the temptation of being such a dirty, filthy whore. And then being like, I'm such a good Christian because I prayed for my sister that's going through problems. Like, that's basically what this is, except it's on a public scale on Instagram, making somebody else's potential marriage issues public news to everyone. That is so disgusting. This is horrible. This is actually this is mind-blowing to me of just how inappropriate it is from a pastor's perspective to be doing this publicly, how horrible it is that her dad did this to her. Like, this is so gross. Does anybody else like see how messed up that is? It's just so terrible. Sorry, I just saw exactly. 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 It's not I know easy A. It is holy gossip. And I guess the thing is like I knew people who did this. It infuriated me because it's just there's no part of you that is praying this because you want things to get better. You are taking this opportunity to use this gossip to elevate yourself, to make yourself feel holier than thou, to make yourself feel better. It's bullying, and it's literally using religion to bully people, which I'm not here for. No, absolutely not. Even if I don't like Hailey Bieber, she doesn't deserve this. She does not. I know I'm not saying she deserved it, but God's timing is always right. I'm not even going to subscribe to this concept because this is not okay. This is not okay. So to continue with this whole drama, we now have more articles coming out saying that Justin Bieber's pastor dropped hints that his marriage to Hailey is on the brink of collapse. So different pastor now, okay? We got more pastors on this now. Fans say after she posts about vows. Over the past few months, fans found clues that Justin and Hailey's relationship was on the rocks. Justin Bieber's pastor has dropped a hint that the singer's marriage to Hailey might be on the brink of collapse. On Monday, lead pastor of Church Home, or is it Church Home? Church Home? What is okay? Chelsea Smith. All right, thank you. We love female pastors. Took to her Instagram account to share a message about wedding vows. So here we go, guys. This is it. This is the hint. This is the answer. This is what people are reporting, that we now know the truth about what is happening in Justin and Hailey's marriage. Are you all ready? It's an Instagram post about a pastor talking about her marriage and her wedding day. About her marriage and her wedding day. But somehow this is about Justin and Hailey. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This is the reaching that this is absolutely insane. I cannot. Like, what? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's Marriage Monday. And I mean, I can vouch that there's definitely a lot of pastors that are very heavy on the talking about marriage thing. Right? It's like it's a huge part of what they do, that they're always promoting this idea of having a godly marriage and everything else. There's nothing about this to me that is like suggestive, and that's why literally I've got the Michael Jordan Space Jam thing, because the reaching is just absolutely incredible. I don't see it. I don't get it. I will continue watching this to see if anything else happens of these shenanigans and absolute BS, in my opinion, that is going on. But the bottom line is, Hailey went on Instagram and responded, because part of what has fueled all of this speculation is blind items, which are basically terms of pieces of gossip that get posted online that don't have any verification whatsoever. So there's no celebrity name associated. It's just a pop star that did this, blah, 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 is facing this with so and so. And there's no name or concrete proof attached to it. So what Hailey posted on her Instagram is, just FYI, the stories and constant blind items I see on TikTok are 100% of the time wrong, made out of thin air, come from the land of delusion. So I know it may be fun feeding into these stories, but just know they're always false. Kiss, kiss. Sorry to spoil it. So Hailey is having none of this. Hailey doesn't want this. And quite bluntly, I think that's fair. I honestly just feel so bad that her own father violated her privacy like this. I can't excuse that. Like, do you all not have, like, an email list, like a prayer email list or a group chat of your small group that y'all could go, hey, H and J aren't doing great. You guys mind just sending a little prayer out? Okay, cool. You don't need to get into the specifics. You just go, hey, my daughter needs prayer. That's it. To the people that actually know her, not to the entire planet. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but I do not like this. So I know the rumors between the two of them aren't good. They've both been photographed without their wedding rings. They've been more separated lately than we're used to seeing them. They quite bluntly could be headed for divorce. But this false, righteous, stupid dialogue is just ridiculous. It's invasive. It's insane. And I don't feel like they deserve that. It's not right. So I have no problem calling out the hypocrisy and being like, this is dumb, but I am not going to be reporting on every move of their relationship because, frankly, it's none of my business. None of my business. And they have chosen to be very public as a couple. So I understand why there is this, media focus on them. But bringing the religion into it, guys, it's just gross. It's gross. I don't like it. I don't like it. And that, everyone, that's the end of our stories today, of our main topics. We did it. There's all of the things I was looking at today, just going, this is gross, this is disgusting, which of course is why I had to bring in this iconic queen.
Disgusting!
Because it just felt right. It just felt right. So we are now going to move into halftime. And I am open to hear your guys' thoughts about Britney, about Justin Bieber, about, oh gosh, Miley Cyrus. Just so much. So much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to tune back in with you guys in the chat. I think I missed some support, so I'm going to hop back on that quickly. Jackie Swan, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, and welcome to the new Space Angels as well. Thank you so much for your support. Jackie, also member for 4 months, because today is a good day. It is a good day. It is a good day. I feel like I have energy. I know I'm going to probably, like, when this stream is over, collapse. I know I've been very animated today. I just woke up and I had energy, which is nice because I really haven't had that for a bit. I had feelings. I had feelings. Vicky A also gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for that. And I can't believe how many gifted memberships we have already, especially after Monday. You guys are blowing my mind. Thank you so much. Allison Rose has been a member for 13 months. Congratulations, and I hope you are enjoying your 1th badge as well. The sad thing is more will troll them than pray. Exactly, and that's the thing. It doesn't spread the goodwill that you think it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not helping. It's not helping. It might help you feel better, but I'm just saying. I also will lovingly give you guys a reminder to please remember to like this stream. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. I would very much appreciate it. I love doing this. And I'd love to keep doing it, and that really helps. That really helps. Here we go. Yeah, I was just going to say, Houston, exactly. I foresee some Baldwin drama later on to try to distract attention when Alec Baldwin goes to trial in New Mexico. I think this is a good theory. Because if anything, what we're seeing right now from the Russ trial, I've been trying to keep up to date on the trial regarding the armorer. It's messy. It's messy. There's a lot going on. And it's definitely showing responsibility in multiple people's hands. And Alec had a lot of involvement in leadership in this film and on these sets. There's major concern. And I wouldn't be surprised if... how do I put this? I wouldn't say, I'm not at this point thinking that he's going to get off not guilty, no punishment. I just don't believe that at this point. I think there's too much. But we will see. We will see. See here. Ray, have I mentioned Noah's really nice butt? She's a lovely girl. She looks beautiful. no hate on her whatsoever. Why are you all talking? What is with all this butt talk? What's happening? Oh, Carbonize just said, Kim, you have a PayPal, but let it wait. Okay, I will check. Give me a second. Oh, Carbonized. I will send you a message later, privately. Thank you very much. It was very generous. Thank you very much, Carbonized, for your tip there. It is very appreciated, and it goes into the channel fund. Thank you very much. The love is felt. Thank you. Sorry, I just saw you go like, dude, I said wait. I know, but I you say it. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna double check. Yes, but yes, I'm gonna keep going because I know that's what you want me to do, Carbonize, but I'm freaking out internally. For the record, Your Honor, just said the trial is in June, July for Alec. Exactly. And that's the thing. It's coming. It's coming. And the jury watch is coming. Like we're moving there. We are moving in that direction. This is going to be a mess. A mess. And I know there's been discussion that my friend Andy may be covering it. I think it's going to depend a lot on people's interest in it. Because it seems like with this story, I've noticed it's either people are super into it or they just don't care anymore. And it's hard to know. It's hard to know. So I guess we will see. We will see. Here we go. All right. So I think I'm caught up with everything. And I am... Yeah, we are up to date. We are up to date. I just realized we have not heard anything from my partner in crime, my producer sister. How are you doing, producer sister?
Okay.
You're okay? May I ask for your thoughts on the stories this morning?
I think, okay, Cole's notes.
Yeah.
I think Triggered is being weaponized in a way it shouldn't be.
Amen.
And people need to get off it and start putting a bit of respect on the word and understanding. Instead of it being used as an insult or in a derogatory form.
Yeah.
The whole Miley Tish Noah thing, I think there are probably elements of truth on both sides. I'm guessing there are elements that are their truth, and the actual truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't know what that middle ground is. It's highly sus that Dom is not speaking. But yeah, I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the whole Justin Hailey church gossip.
Producer sister and I have feelings about this.
I think we have feelings because we have a lot of experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people like to find the righteous way to run their mouth. And you are in a church environment where gossip is looked upon as bad, but people want to flaunt what they know. And one of the easiest ways they can shield their quote unquote gossip is by saying something as a prayer request. And then other people with similar mentalities will ask for more details. Because I can't pray if I don't know exactly every little detail.
Which not true, by the way.
Of the situation.
Not true.
And I am entitled to every little detail of the situation.
I have had so many times where I've been in situations in prayer groups where it's like, would someone be able to pray for my friend? And we've asked, like, is there a name we can associate with the friend? And we don't even ask what we're praying for, just in general. And they'll be like, can you just call them like Sam? And that's what we do. We pray for so-and-so's friend Sam and whatever's going on in their life. That's it. We don't need to know.
No.
We don't need to know. And not only that, but I've also been in a few. I haven't personally been in one, but I know of a number of people who have been in what's called a small group, which is where a group of people that all practice the same faith and they all meet together. A lot of time they'll do like a Bible study weekly, or they just share information. And it can be a really beautiful thing because people connect on their faith. They form friendships. A lot of the time these friendships last for decades, if not lifelong. And they share information with each other. But it's one of those things that it's like, what is said in those small groups stays in that small
Yes.
group. It is confidential to that room.
Yeah.
It does not leave that room.
They are
And
your immediate support system
Yes.
around. They can be a sounding board for you, but it is not meant to be air your dirty laundry and then it just gets spread around.
Yeah.
That's not the purpose of it.
No.
Not a healthy one.
no, and it's very manipulative if people are doing it in any other way.
It is not okay. Gross.
Yeah. I'm just double checking here. Sorry, I just saw a whole bunch of comments all just came through, and I was like, oh, gotta catch up. Oh, Amber Loves Animals. Hi. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to subscribe. And, well, I guess you have subscribed because I have subscriber only on the chat right now. It's just as a reminder for people to subscribe, there's no waiting time for you to be able to comment. And so literally you could sub and unsub if you were here just because you want to leave a comment. It's up to you. But it's just a reminder because we know we have so many people that get unsubbed from this channel on a regular basis. So it's just a nice way for people to be like, oh, I can't comment. Am I unsubbed? That's kind of the idea. Also helps control spamming.
Yes, the bots.
The bots, because we've had a few problems with that. And since we've done the subscribers only, it's been a lot better.
Yeah, I don't think we've had one since
No.
we put the subscriber on.
Exactly.
So,
I'm not trying to be like, you can't talk unless you're like one of us. But it's just a way that I can control things and not have an issue.
Yep.
Sorry, Carbonized. It's not true. You could pray for someone just knowing their name and that's it. Why do I have to know about the mole next to one of your mud flaps to pray for? Exactly.
Thanks for the visual.
Exactly. And Denise, I saw this out of the corner of my eye. I love you. Lord, I pray for Jane. She's been such a bleep lately because John was fooling around with Jackie. She's just sour because Jackie is guys, like actual footage of
Yes.
me
Correct.
in a circle with people praying. Oh my gosh. Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And I mean, not everyone is like that. I
No.
would never
no.
want to paint everyone with the same brush. It's just like,
Absolutely
come
not.
on,
I mean,
guys.
full disclosure, like my parental units right now are currently spending time with people that they were in a small group with. And they've been incredible friends to us. And I can tell you, our family's been through some stuff.
True story.
I'm not going to get into it, but we've been through some stuff. Okay. And these people have been ride or die, incredible, wonderful here all the time. And that's the way that it is in these relationships. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
It is like our second family.
Yep.
And
They're the family that you choose to be family.
yes.
Even though they're not blood related.
Yes, and they are incredible, wonderful, beautiful people that have built into myself and producer sister.
Yep.
My husband. Like it's, they've just been really, really good people. So it's not all of them, but I mean, when you come into the contact with these people that are just so toxic, it's like bleh. No one wants that. Nobody wants that. I just realized that face is on the internet forever. I'm so sorry.
Congratulations.
Everyone. That's great. Yeah. Let me see here. Just double checking. All right. How are we doing on the memberships? Because I just saw something else come through.
Yes.
Samantha Lee just gifted another 5 memberships. Thank you so much, producer sister. Dare I ask, what are we at for gifted memberships today?
We are at 18.
18.
So
that's
we
pretty
are
good. I'm happy with that.
even now.
Oh, we're team even.
We are
For
team
those of you
even.
that don't know, we have an ongoing joke that one of our lovely space angels, King Bob, likes to have things be odd numbers. So if we're team even, that's not okay. And this has kind of grown into a much bigger joke. So we have people in this chat who are team even and team odd, and they are constantly going back and forth trying to fix it. it's the joke.
Like
Scott.
Scott.
Like Scott. It reminds me very much of that like Sleeping Beauty scene. Was it with Flora and Merriweather going, make it pink, make it blue, make it pink, make it blue. It's very much that. Maybe we could make like a graphic of that or something where we have even and odd turning pink and blue back and forth, because honestly, like that's what it reminds me of. That's what it is. That is what it is. So thank you so much to General Scott for gifting a membership. Amber loves animals. I'm sorry you didn't get one. Here's the thing though, and this goes for anybody who wants a gift. You have to allow gifts in your account, and that will then make you eligible for when people give gifts for it to come to you. The other thing with it is completely random. I have no say over who gets a membership, nor does anyone who purchases the membership. So
It's completely
it's
random.
completely random. So
we have no control.
Amber, I genuinely hope that you get one, and I think if you hang out here enough, you will. But I don't know when it's going to happen, if that makes sense.
The main thing is you need to make sure that gifts are enabled on your account.
And that
You will never get one if it's not enabled.
Yeah, and that is across the board, every channel. That's the way that it is.
And Sarah just made a comment, and I know other people are asking, no, you do not need to be here to get a gifted membership.
Nope. It's insane. But that's the way that it works. I wish I had more control of it, but I do not. So yes, thank you so much, General Scott, for the gifted membership. Thank you to KDRs94 for the gifted membership. Nosfer Ketu, I hope I said that right, member for 3 months. Thank you so much. Are those hippos? Is that the hippo emoji? I can't see it.
It looks like a puppy.
Is it a puppy emoji?
Yeah, it's a guide dog.
Oh,
It's a Lacey.
oh, he's so cute. I love it. I love it.
I'm just grabbing the link here from YouTube. So I just put a link in the chat, and that has instructions on that page of how to enable memberships.
The more you know. We are professionals.
If you're not sure, check that link. That is YouTube's instructions on how to do it.
And thank you, General Scott, for another gifted membership coming through. Producer sister, dare I ask what we are at now?
I believe 21.
We are at 21, and it is Team Odd. Hashtag Team Odd. Yep. It's fun. We like it. We have a good time here. It's a good time. I also have to say, I am like in a bit of shock right now. We have not been flagged at all by YouTube. And I'm like, I've done so much less and gotten flagged. So thank you very much, YouTube. Thank you for letting me talk. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. I just saw here. Samantha Baker, yay, all caught up. I've missed ItsKim's live streams due to the Rust trial, but always enjoy the rewatch. Thank you for coming on the replay. I know what it's like when court is on. You want to watch it in real time. Totally get that. And honestly, I've done a bit of that myself. But I'm so glad that you enjoy the replay, and I'm glad that you're here. It's good to see you. Let me see here. Amanda Panda just said, I've been playing Sims all day. Kim, are you going to do a Sims playthrough soon? I mean, I'm definitely thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I have a few things that I'm kind of mulling over right now in my head. I'm trying to make the commitment that I am upping the quality and the content on this channel little bits at a time, because it is overwhelming. It's a lot, but if you do a little bit at a time, over time, it adds up to be quite a big thing. And that is definitely on my radar. There's a few other things on my radar that I don't want to share with you guys yet. Producer sister and I are talking. We're doing business things. We're talking business things.
Because we are professionals.
We are professionals. I love Emily.
That's a meme I want.
With the we are professionals?
I want the
the more you know
professional from the wedding planner.
Yeah, the Jennifer Lopez going, because I am a professional.
I'm a professional.
Oh my goodness. Okay, did I say General Scott gave another one? I don't know if I missed it. Oh, that was the Team Odd. Okay.
Yeah.
And then King Bob's Queen gifted
Yes.
one membership. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. I hope you are doing well. So that makes us Team Even.
Yep.
Even.
22.
There we go.
I like harmonize. I'm mostly a professional.
I try. I fail miserably. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Yes, Amanda Perry. I've been watching this channel called Not So Buried. It looks really fun. Would love to see you play Sims. I tried to do that. I tried Not So Buried. I think I got to the 3rd generation and I got bored. That's my problem. I get bored. I honestly, I love building the houses and the outfits. It's like a dollhouse. It's like a grown-up dollhouse that I could put custom content into. I have a lot of custom content. It's a problem. It's
A
a
little
problem.
bit.
I mean, I may or may not have destroyed our family's first PC because of Sims 1 custom content.
No, it wasn't the first one.
Yes,
Maybe
it
the
was.
No, the
Yes,
one
it
we had to
was.
hit to turn on?
No, no, not the first PC then. But the first game, the first Sims game. I did
But that
custom
wasn't the
content on
first
there.
computer. I was gonna say that first computer you had to like royally whack in order to get the sucker to turn on.
It was an old IBM one. Like I don't even know like what OS it was.
It was not a normal like. It wasn't even Windows 95.
This is pre-Windows 95,
Yeah.
and you had to hit the side of it 3 times for it to turn on, and it only had floppy disk.
Yeah, it was a great stress.
That was
reliever.
it. That was it. You literally just whacked it, and that's how it turned on.
Yeah.
And then we got a Windows 95. Then we got a Windows XP. It was the Windows 95. I ended that one.
Yeah, good job.
That was, although it may have been a combination of Sims custom content and potentially Kazaa,
LimeWire.
LimeWire. All of y'all who were there for that, you know what happened with that. We did our best.
We tried.
We did. And you know what the funny thing is too, when I think about that part of my life with downloading music,
Mhm.
I actually then started spending more money on music than I ever had before.
Yep.
Because it was like I was finding music.
Yeah.
Because this was like before like you had recommendations like Spotify and things like that. I loved Last FM for a long time for that too. But I would just stumble upon stuff, and I mean, producer sister can attest to this. I saved my money for the year.
Yep.
And then I would go when we went to Florida as a family in the summer. I would go to the Virgin Megastore in downtown Disney, or now it's called Disney Springs, and rest in peace, Virgin Megastore. But I would literally.
Building's getting demoed too.
I know.
Sorry.
It's the end of
Side
an
note.
era. It makes me so sad.
I know.
Oh
No, it's that building's already gone. Never mind. It's the Disney Quest building.
the Disney Quest building's gonna be gone too. Oh. Anyway, sorry. Back to focus. I literally would make a list for myself that was like pages long, and I would get into the Virgin Megastore and just go, okay, let's go, because they had so many imports and they had so much international music, and that was the stuff that like I found constantly through downloading. And I have this image in my head. I remember one time where I was holding the stack of CDs. It was past my waist, and I had it under my chin.
It was basically from the bottom of her hands
Yeah,
to her chin.
like all the way up.
as like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, and my father just looked at me and was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm buying music." And then I would always hear this dialogue of like, "Piracy means that people aren't buying music." I'm like, "That is the opposite for me, yo ho!" Like that is not what's happening. That is not what's happening. Oh my goodness. Sorry, just thought toward the unknown. Hello, thank you for my gifted membership. I've been subscribed since this channel started. Love this channel. I don't recognize you. Thank you so much for commenting, and I'm glad that you enjoy it. And thank you for being here. I so appreciate it. Yeah, Kim, sorry. I'm just like that was the way it was. I got really into trance music that came out of
Europop.
like yeah, and then look at me in Eurovision now. But like a lot of stuff coming out of Stockholm and a lot of stuff coming out of Finland and the Netherlands. I was really into a lot of that.
It's kind of like your precursor to Eurovision.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit, but it was weird. There's something about that. As much as I love rock music and I love pop music, and I mean I really am very eclectic in my taste, R&B, all those things. There is something special for me about the house and trance music, the dance music. I don't know why. I think people have music, I think, that makes them feel something that they don't feel anywhere else. Like I think people sometimes they have songs that connect with them, and you feel different when you hear it for the first time, and it puts you in a different mood. And that for me was trance music. It was honestly one of those moments. I was like 11 years old going like, this exists. This is amazing. And it it's still a thing for me. I love all of it. I love it. Ray, I love trance music. Exactly. Trance music is great. Toward the Unknown just said, been a lurker. Sorry, commenting seems intimidating. Oh, please don't be intimidated. Please don't be intimidated. I think people here are relatively nice. We try to keep this chat a nice place.
I mean, to be completely honest, commenting for me is always something I struggle with.
Yeah.
It is not natural for me at all.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Yeah. It's taken a lot of bravery for producer sister to do this, in all fairness. And
not my comfort zone.
I think she's doing great. Very proud of you, honestly. You see here. Where is it? Amber just said, what is your favorite Britney album? In the Zone. In the Zone, 100%. All the way. Sorry, Lacey is dreaming. Hang on 1 second. It's okay, baby girl. She's been having more dreams lately. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah. Much more animated dreams than normal. What's I gonna say? For the record, Your Honor, house, trance, and dance music all makes all the feels happen. Positive vibes for the body. I am still not over Tiesto's song, The Motto. Came out a couple years ago now. Obsessed. That, so good. But I mean, it's Tiesto. What do you expect? Iconic. A Little Monster 414 said, yes, Kim, Daft Punk does that for me. They've got me through every breakup. Yeah, and I mean, like, I think it's different for everybody. We all have different genres that connect with us. So, yeah. Pearl Jam, I so want to watch your Eurovision coverage. I need to clone myself. I have started editing the second episode. We are halfway through. The editing. This one has been fun. So it's going to be up soon. I just want to make sure that it's right before it's up, because I care a lot about that. Let me see here. Samantha Baker said, being from a small town growing up, I always got weird looks when I listened to dance music. People are just missing out. They're just not having fun. It sucks. People just need to have fun. Let go. Have a good time. General Scott, thank you to all the gifters. I need to catch up. I don't know what you guys are doing. So we had, I think the last one I did was Katie gave one. And then General Scott we had General Scott gave another one. Then King Bob's Queen gave another one. Thank you very much to you guys. Carbonized gave 5. Thank you so much, especially after that very generous PayPal. I very much appreciate that. Kyle, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. It is good to see you here. And Kansas gifted a membership as well, which is amazing. So producer sister, dare I ask?
We're at 33.
33. Team Odd. There you go, guys. Team Odd represent. You all are winning currently. Oh my goodness. You guys are hilarious. Carbonite just said I think it's 5-finger death punch. I hope I got that right. And Disturbed for me. There's this incredibly religious town here. I blast those pants when I try. Just go into the town and go, ooh, wah! And off you go. Oh, that's awesome. I love Disturbed. They're fun. Yeah. Let me see here. I see. Okay. I think I'm caught up. I am caught up.
Wow.
Oh, we are down to the chat. All right, so we could do our What the What shortly. I love everybody sharing music, though. This makes me so happy. Honestly, I think that's part of it. Like, I love music so much. I do. I love music so much.
I know it's one of those things, like, people complain about how much Spotify costs and all that, but I just kind of look at it compared to what I was spending on buying albums back in the day. Oh, it's so much cheaper. And I mean, I would have to buy the biggest micro SD card I could possibly find for my phone.
Yep.
It's one of the reasons. It's the main reason why I never looked at iPhones.
Yeah, because you couldn't put in a memory card.
Put a memory card in it,
and data was so expensive.
Yeah, and literally the entire micro SD card was music, not pictures, music. And having that now on my phone through Spotify, so much cheaper, and
I
I
d-
love having the ability just to try all different kinds of music
Mhm.
without having to pay additional money. It's basically a music buffet,
It's
which is
incredible.
awesome.
It's incredible. And the thing was too, like, as I got into so much music from the UK and from Europe, it was so expensive to not
Mhm.
only get the album because it was originally priced in pounds or euro.
And the import fees.
Then you had to ship it to Canada. Then you
Oh.
had import fees. So it was like an album that might cost £10 in the UK. By the time I got it, it was like $35 Canadian. It got brutal. It was awful.
Yeah.
So I'm still very thankful for it, and I love it. I love it. Yeah, let me see here. You guys all sharing stuff. Yeah. Music is life. Yes, Project Metal Music. 100%. 100%. Let me see here. Oh, Little Monster 414. Vinyl collector here. I spend more on music now
Yep.
than ever. And honestly, that's kind of how I've got it too. That it's like I pay for Spotify. Like, we have Spotify.
Yeah, we have
And
a family plan.
We have a
so
family
it's
Spotify.
Not as expensive.
Yeah.
that way.
And then if there's an album I love, I will buy it on vinyl.
Yep.
To support the artist. So they get that purchase against their numbers, right? Because that's important for charts. And streams pay garbage to artists. Garbage. So it's a nice way to be able to support them and get something really nice. Let me see here. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying you like Pandora. We got Lulu's mom likes Pandora. Sarai likes Pandora. Linda's guy likes Pandora. All good times. Oh gosh, Teresa KS. In my 20s, I used to love blasting the band presidents of the United States in the local redneck bar I went to on the June. I'm not the person you want picking music on a jukebox.
Oh no.
Oh gosh, Gerald Scott, no! Remember when you would accidentally hit the internet button on your flip phone and then pray you wouldn't have to sell your house to pay for it?
Yes.
The friends I had, that they would come to school and be like, my parents bought me the new phone. Give me your number. I'm gonna text you. And then like a month later, they'd be like, my parents took my phone away. And I'd be like, yeah, because things cost money. They cost money, and it's brutal. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, you guys are amazing. Oh my gosh, Nicole, Lights.
Yes.
Lights. I love Lights. I love Lights. Her acoustic records are like, her music is great, but her acoustic records for me are just like everything. Everything. Her voice is so angelic. It's so chill, and she's so good. Ugh. Love Lights. Yeah, let me see here. King Mom, to protect myself, I can't say where I got some of my music. Don't worry. Hypothetically, I know there's places you can get it. And hypothetically, I may have in the past done that. Hypothetically, only when completely necessary. And that's also part of the problem too. Like, I'm a big fan of some of that stuff because I think lost media is a massive problem. And we need to have databases outside of that, especially for art, old music, things that don't have licensing deals anymore, all that type of stuff. There's purpose to some of those things, but support the artists you love. Do what you can. Do what you can. Oh gosh. Oh yes, Rosa just said, I was so stoked today to see that Smash Into Pieces are in Melody Festival again this year. Yay! I have not looked at anything from Melody Festival yet. Nothing yet, because I've been trying to get through everything else that's been going on constantly. There's so much. There's so much. Jackie, Napster, we do not speak of it. Whitney just said, anyone know if we could buy Britney on vinyl? I use YouTube Music. Yes, you can.
Yep.
I have 2 of them right here, and I have 3 more upstairs I need to get frames for. I get a lot of them off Amazon, as well as different music shops tend to have them as well. But yes, all of her albums have been printed on vinyl.
There's a chain now, called Sunshine. Like we have it in
Yeah,
malls.
Sunrise.
here.
Isn't
Or
it Sunrise?
Thank
Sunrise,
you.
yeah.
Sunrise. And they have a good size vinyl collection, at least in Canada.
That place is dangerous. I purposely do not go into that
Yeah.
store.
And at least for us, in the ones I've seen, they've basically taken over all the old HMV locations in malls.
Buy HMV.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah, local shops as well are around too. It's all good. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Well, that's the thing too, is you go into the old secondhand shops, you can get some of the older stuff.
Mm. Mm.
That's how I've gotten some of my
Well, I mean,
vinyls.
like the Janet
two
Jackson
Janets
one we have here
are from
both of
thrifting.
We've got Rhythm Nation and Control here.
Thrifting.
Thrifting.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would want to get rid of that.
I
though.
don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
judging the person who got rid of it.
Sometimes when I look at
thankful.
those like vinyl like secondhand stores, I'm like, why did you get rid of this?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Like, didn't we find one of the isn't the one you have of is it Off the Wall?
Yeah.
By Michael? Like one of like I think it's one of the original pressings.
I think so.
Yeah. And we just found it. And we were like,
It's like, how are you
Who
here?
does this? Who does this? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay.
You still have HMV in the UK?
Oh, that's so cool. Little Monster 414 said, "Same Kim. Every Taylor Swift album I have, vinyl I have. Hi, producer sister.
Okay, I don't have.
She's working on it.
No, but she's got all 5 copies.
Oh,
I do not have that much.
no. And I ordered Renee Rapp's new album, Snow Angel. It's the Target edition. I'm opening it tonight. I need to listen to her more. I'm starting to get more into Tate McRae and Sabrina Carpenter, and she's next. Renee is next on my list of starting to do deep dives into because I'm really enjoying a lot of the new girly pop that's coming out right now. Girls are doing it. They're doing amazing. Let me see here. For the record, Your Honor, when I first moved, I went to a bar to play pool, selected Nicki Minaj. Boy, the looks I got. Learned only Guns N' Roses there, lol. Was it literally like you're playing pool and going, start singing Bees in the Trap? Or like, what were we doing? Or was it My Anaconda Don't? There's so many ways that this could be funny. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just have like a mess of Nicki Minaj songs playing through my head now. Oh, okay. See. Oh, Amber just said I love Reputation. Reputation is my favorite Taylor Swift record. Hands down. Done. Flawless. Amazing. Perfect. I already have my Reputation shirt and my necklaces. I am ready to go. I have been waiting for this for so long. I did something bad. The stadium
Tour version.
The stadium version, tour version is my Roman Empire. I think about it constantly. I this needs to happen. I'm happy for Taylor and her new album, but I'm not going to lie to you. I was just like the disrespect to the Reputation fans. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, gosh. Let me see. I was looking.
Lena
What?
gave you her answer.
Okay, hang on. I'm getting there. Yes, Project Metal Music. I'm a reviewer and a DJ. I get music sent to me. The dream. The dream. I'm sure you do. I assume going into Sunrise Drive, would you buy the whole store? I mean, as much as probably my credit card would allow, which is part of why I don't do it. It's a problem. It's a problem. Let me see here. La la la. I'm trying to get back. Oh, Little Monster. I have an original Jackson 5. That is
Nice.
sick. That's awesome. Good for you. Oh gosh! Lena was Dungeon Dragon like Roman's Revenge. Ruh, like a dungeon dragon. Ruh. I am not Jasmine. I am Aladdin.
Why would they even put that in the jukebox?
And all this, like, the older guys, all they're like, what am I listening to? What is happening? That's funny. That's funny. Oh, that's good. Okay. I think We are, yes, lol, exactly. You can only imagine. I am. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Lena, my answer was sorry, I'm from New Jersey. And they probably all went, oh, okay. I love you. Anyway, we should get into What the What. We've had quite a good halftime. Let's get into What the What. Let's have some fun. It looks like we have a Reddit story today. I don't know. I think we have two, right?
There are two stories in here, but they are the same people, same cast of characters, and they take place at almost the same time.
Okay.
It'll make sense.
Okay. It looks like we have family drama.
Yes.
I'm here for the family drama. All right.
And it's not something that there's going to be updates on in the future. These stories took place 30 years ago.
Yeah. 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
The
All right.
post was 5 years ago.
Let's go back in time.
So I guess it's 35 years ago now that these things happened. So
All right. Okay. So like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Here we go.
You gotta read the title, Kim.
Okay, so the title is Entitled Aunt Claims Adult Child Has to Obey Her Because It's the Law. How well did that go? Okay.
You're gonna find out.
So this is, I guess, the intro paragraph. Another post about a parent volunteering their adult child reminded me of this. It happened to my cousin, but I was there for the majority of the story. I remember it so clearly for a couple of reasons in addition to just having a good memory. It was the first trip after my father had passed, and it was sadly the last trip I took with my mother. She passed less than a year later. TLDR at the bottom. My aunt was always playing the big shot of solving people's problems, but using my cousin as the actual person to take on the problem, always for free. Oh, so she was voluntold.
Yes.
She was voluntold.
Mhm.
Why do I get the feeling the aunt is probably that person in the prayer group?
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. EA, or entitled aunt, kept the money. Need a babysitter, a ride, house cleaned, yard mowed, errands run. Oh, my daughter can do it. As far as my aunt was concerned, the only reason Emily existed was to cater to her. Emily was her ultimate trophy. Entitled aunt was entitled long before it became a huge thing. So here's our cast of characters, everyone. We have EA, the entitled aunt. Like EA games, they ruin everything. Emily, the cousin. Mike, Emily's boyfriend. Me, ACCER.
That's their handle.
Oh, okay. Okay, so them. Police officer 1, police officer 2, and the judge. Judge. That's good. Okay. My aunt has always been entitled. It's her personality type. My mother couldn't stand her little sister, so we tried to avoid her, while still maintaining contact with her husband and child. My uncle, their brother, lived further south in the state, so we always try to avoid entitled aunt, knowing when we were visiting. That's always fun. On this trip, I was staying with my cousin for a couple of weeks in the summer, and we were going to go do the tourist things. Entitled aunt thought that the university not being in session meant that cousin was slave labor. Oh, well, that's nice of them. All right. One day, Emily decided that enough was enough. She was supposed to run errands for a friend of entitled aunt and had told her mother she had plans. Her mother, as usual, acted as though Emily had agreed and expected her to comply. Emily just didn't run the errand for the friend as demanded. It was that simple. My mother and I had arrived about 10 minutes before the phone rang. Entitled aunt called. And though this was back during landlines, she was screaming so loudly that both my mother and I could hear both sides clearly. Looks like you're going to have to work. EA, you're going to have to do something.
You want it, you do it.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. So this would be the conversation.
Yes.
Entitled
There's
aunt.
Lots of conversations.
Oh
through
gosh,
this.
do I get to do voice acting?
If you want, pick a voice.
No, I don't know. I don't know the characters well enough. I'll just be dramatic. We'll just be dramatic. Why not? Dramatic reenactment. How dare you embarrass me with my friends? You call Ms. No Name and apologize immediately. You are grounded for a month, and you may not drive the car at all. Now you can make that call and go run those errands now. If anyone can explain how she was supposed to do this without using the car, I'd like to know. Emily Mom, I'm 22. I do not live in your house. You do not pay my bills, and you do not own my car. What? I assumed that it was her car.
Nope.
No.
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 It's Emily's car.
This is embarrassing. All right. Run the errands yourself. I have plans. My mom was a little nervous leaving us at that point. It's a mom thing, and she has met her sister thing. Even though we were both fine, she just left after meeting Emily's boyfriend. We left and went to the water park and a few other things. We got back to the house and we were talking about where to have dinner. Mom insisted on paying for us to go somewhere really nice for dinner that night. Well, that's very nice of her. Your mom sounds like a nice person. We get back to, and Emily's car is gone. She called and asked where it was. Emily, Mom, do you have my car? Yes, I do. That is theft.
A little bit.
That is theft. You can't take somebody's car you don't own. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Your father brought me over so I could check and see if you had obeyed me. I told you that you were grounded and you were not there when I arrived. She doesn't.
She's an adult.
She does not live in your house. You can't ground her. She's an adult. This is insane. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm keeping the car for a month, and I'm going to let Miss No Name borrow it because you've been so horrible to her. Rent her a car. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that we have police listed as a cast of characters in this because I feel like they should be entering now.
Well, read the next line.
Okay. Mom, that's stealing. I want my car back or I'm going to report it as stolen. Yes. No, Ms. No Name can't drive my car. I am your mother. You listen to me. No. I am your mother. What I say goes, Missy. You need to learn some respect and get it through your head that I am in charge and you are the child. She's not a child. She's 22 years old. You don't own anything. Actually, she does legally. It is mine because I am your mother. No, it is not. You are not on the ownership of the vehicle, ma'am. Therefore, it is not your car. Hate to break it to you, but that's kind of the way the law works. The police will likely arrest you for wasting their time. No, they won't. No, they won't.
Mm-mm.
No, they won't. No. Sorry, I just looked over quickly. Jackie, where is Frou-Frou? He would have bit the cow! I'll hail Frou-Frou. Frou-Frou 2024. That's the only politics we care about here. Make the dog president.
Vote for puppies.
Vote for puppies. Emily hangs up and looks at me. She's so angry and she's crying in rage. Fairly. So, Acer, so OP, if I call the police, she's going to know that you're here. Me, I can live with that. That fallout is a whole other story. She picks up
the next story.
Oh no. She picks up the phone and calls the police. Tells them that the car has been taken without her permission and where it is. Mike drives us over there. We do not want to miss the show. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I'm here for this. I am here for this. All right. Police officer number 1 knocks on the door and EA answers. Entitled Ant answers. Hello, officers. Do you need something? Ma'am, the vehicle in the driveway matches the description and the location of a vehicle reported stolen. It's my car. I took it from my daughter because she's grounded from using it for being disobedient and disrespectful. I see. May we have a word with her, please? Entitled Ant, looking very smug. She doesn't live here. Police officer 1, who had noticed us across the street. You 3, come over here, please. Did one of you call us? Emily, I did. It's my car, officer. My mother seems to think she has control over it and me. It's my car. I am your mother. You have to obey me. It's the law. Tell the police. Tell our officers. Police officer 2. Actually, ma'am, there is no such law. Your daughter is an adult. Entitled Ant. There most certainly is such a law. I'm going to report you to your chief for not knowing it. I may even sue. Oh my gosh, she's such a Karen.
A little bit.
I want to speak to your manager. I can't get over this. I'm sorry. This is really funny. Police officer to cousin. May I see the car registration and your license, please? Emily hands it to them. Ma'am, this car is registered in the name of your daughter and only your daughter. It's her car and you have no right to drive it. Exactly, because she owns it legally. She pays for it and she's likely the only person who is insured to drive on that vehicle. Maybe her boyfriend. Just
theorizing.
That's it. I'm just saying, from an insurance perspective too, like that's concerning.
Yep.
Yeah. Entitled aunt looks at the registration the officer is showing her and then snatches Emily's license away from him and slams the door. He slammed the door on a police officer. This lady's dumb. I'm sorry, she's dumb. Entitled aunt looks. Oh, sorry. Yep. Yeah, slams the door. The police officers look at each other for a moment, then shrug and ring the bell again. Entitled aunt answers it, looking very smug. Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to return the license now. I don't even know how to tell you guys this. If I was present for this interaction, I would be laying on the front lawn laughing my head off. I would just be like screaming laughing. Entitled aunt hands him the license that she is cut into several pieces. One thing that's fantastic about this, so obviously she's gonna have to get a new license now, but they'll likely be able to give her a temporary one pretty quickly. And if she gets pulled over and has to show a temporary license, and they're like, "What happened?" She could be like, "You could look up this police report. It's a good time." And this is a story that's gonna get spread too. Like cops are gonna tell. They're gonna tell people.
That.
Pardon?
Remember that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now she can't drive because she doesn't have a license. She looks at Emily as though she just scored some odd victory. And then she finally notices me. "Oh, P, what are you doing here?" "I'm just trying to have a nice visit with my cousin. She's hated me for years." I assume to like the aunt.
Yes.
Entitled aunt, "You need to leave. I didn't give you permission to visit. Where is your mother?" Me. "I don't need your permission. My mother's not here. I can travel without her." It's amazing how that works. Police officer, "Ma'am, you're under arrest for the destruction of government property." Apparently cutting up a valid license is a felony in some cases in some places who knew. And grand theft of this car. Yeah. Entitled aunt, "You can't arrest me. I'm her mother. I have rights." Police officer 2, "Yes, you do." And then he reads them to her. "You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney." I'm not okay. That's amazing. "I have rights." "Yes, you do. You have the right to remain silent." Like you can see it in
Poetic.
It's gorgeous. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That is so funny to me. Okay. How are we doing out there, everybody? Are we good? Are we good? Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry I'm having the instant karma, like whiplash. That's amazing. General Scott, they forgot to mention that Entitled Aunt is wearing a "Do It for Dan" t-shirt. Do it for Dan! Do it for Dan! Sorry, Carbonized. What? I got in a fight with a bucket? Crazy Entitled Aunt is getting arrested because she cut up her daughter's license, like driver's license, after stealing her car. So she's now being arrested for destruction of government property and grand theft of a car. But she's saying that, she can't be arrested because she has rights, because she's a mother.
Even though her daughter is 22.
Yeah.
And owns the vehicle.
Yeah. Oh gosh, sorry. I just read the bucket thing carbonized. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing okay. Okay, let's keep going. We're good. I just need a minute to breathe there. Oh. The officer explains to us that until she destroyed the license, he had been willing to issue an appearance ticket. Then, instead of being arrested, she would have just had to appear in front of the judge and get a fine. This was a much bigger deal. Emily ran into the house to tell her father what had happened. We all chatted for a little bit until the phone rang. It was entitled Aunt telling him to call their attorney. We left. I drove back the car to Emily's and took her to get her license replaced the next morning. The attorney called by my uncle apparently didn't know my aunt and showed up at the first hearing a week later to try and get it dismissed. It looked to be going her way at first. The attorney. Your Honor, this is a family matter. It's a simple case of a mother disciplining her child and the child calling the police because her mother grounded her from using the car. Judge. So she got mad and called the police, and she, not knowing that it was a crime to destroy the license, did so. The attorney. Yes, Your Honor, that's pretty much it. Judge. Prosecutor, do you have nothing better to do today? Prosecutor. No, Your Honor, I don't. I consider it rather important. When a 22-year-old woman has her car stolen, it doesn't matter who stole it. She's just as much right to justice as someone who has their car stolen by a stranger. Yes, she do. The judge. 22. The victim is 22. Prosecutor. Yes, Your Honor. The victim is a 22-year-old woman who is the sole owner of the vehicle in question. Her mother became enraged at her daughter, then went to her daughter's home, stole her car, and later destroyed her license. Entitled Aunt Attorney. Your Honor, I was not aware of the age or living situation of the victim. I was under the impression that the child was a minor who resides with her parents. Entitled Aunt was just sitting there looking smug. Her attorney is sweating bullets. Judge. Entitled Aunt, do you realize that these are very serious charges, and if convicted, you face up to 8 years in prison? Entitled Aunt, for what? I have the right to discipline my child as I see fit. She disobeyed me. She will think twice before doing it again. Every time I read Entitled Aunt, I immediately just start getting the Meghan Trainor song playing in my head. Just, I am your mother. It won't stop.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just imagine her standing up in court and then that instrumental starting behind her. Like, no. Judge, no, you don't. You have the right to discipline your child within the confines of a law. You have stepped outside of that parameter. You stole your daughter's car. Entitled Aunt, I'm her mother. I am your mother. You listen to me. Like, I can't. Sorry. I'm still getting over. A couple weeks ago, I watched a video. It was someone that did a charity fundraiser, and it was everybody donated $5 that wanted to partake. And every time someone donated $5, he had to restart I Am Your Mother, the song. This stream went on for like 6, 7, 8 hours of just the constant I am your mother. And then as soon as they get another donation, they had to reset the song and start it again. I'm just trying to get the ADHD under control here. The 84K. I can't. Okay. I'm her mother. It's my right. It isn't really theft because she's my child and her property belongs to me by law.
No, it doesn't.
I love how you're saying that to a judge and attorneys.
Read the next slide.
Like, Judge, where did you get your law degree? I don't have one. I am in shock. I am shocked. Then let me be the first to explain to you that your child is a legal adult, period. You have no right to anything of hers without her expressed consent, period. You may not take her car without permission, period. You may not enter her home without her permission, period. Do you understand that? Entitled Aunt. You don't know what you're talking about. I am her mother. That gives me the right. I am in charge. Judge, No, ma'am, I'm in charge, and this case will be held over for trial. Stop! No! Guys, if this had happened like in the last few years, this would have been recorded. This would be on Law and Crime, but we all would be talking about this, all laughing our heads off. Oh. Okay. I'm good.
Are you?
No, I'm not. I went home a week later. Entitled Aunt eventually took a plea deal where she had 2 years probation and had to take parenting classes. The parenting classes were Mike's idea, and the prosecutor thought it was great. We laughed hysterically because my cousin is an only child. Emily and Mike married a year later. They moved away from there. This took place 30 years ago. Entitled Aunt maintained for the rest of her life that the judges, there were 5 for different status hearings, didn't know what they were doing, and she was right. The delusion. This is Delulu land. We've made it. We're here. I can't. Oh. Okay, so this is the second.
You need to read Jackie's comment.
Sorry, give me a second. Jackie, your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. That's what I hear each time. Like Python. Yep, that's good. Okay, so this is part 2, essentially.
Yeah, so you know how OP said what happened in the day after was also a story?
Yeah.
So this is the day after the arrest.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
between the stolen car and going to court.
Okay, so Crazy Aunt in this situation is Entitled Aunt.
Yes.
Same aunt.
People asked for the name to be changed. So
why?
I guess EA was confusing people. I don't know. OP changed it to Crazy Aunt.
Okay, it's Crazy Aunt now. All right. This all took place around 30 years ago. It's all long buried, along with the Crazy Aunt. Okay, so she no longer walks among us.
No.
May she rest in peace.
She's probably still screaming over the car.
I hope she's just hearing I Am Your Mother on repeat. She probably would love it. If you watch television shows from the 70s and 80s, you will notice odd things. People smoking at work, on planes, even in hospitals. Telephones have cords. At a police station, there are no computers on the desks and everyone is smoking. Things have changed a lot since then. And that includes mental health standards and police procedures. Please keep that in mind. Caller ID had not been invented, and there were no mass market mobile phones. And the ones that existed were for the filthy rich. What was that? Thought I heard something.
My watch hit the
okay.
desk.
Sorry. I heard like a weird noise. Okay. Yeah, the phones that existed were for the filthy rich and had limited use due to technology. It typically took a week to get your photos back, and there were no selfies. Wearing a seatbelt was optional, as were child safety seats. Car windows had to be manually rolled down. It was a different world. These events happened a long time ago. I think a lot of us probably we remember or we're aware.
Yeah.
One or the other. Okay. I am renaming Entitled Aunt to CA for Crazy Aunt, as per the request of so many who were getting confused by EA. Okay. If you don't want to read the original story, my Crazy Aunt steals the car belonging to her daughter and gets arrested for that and destroying her driver's license. Aunt posts a $500 US bond and had to appear in court the following week for the first hearing, as her attorney was going to attempt to get it dismissed. Just to clarify, the attorney in question spoke only to my aunt and only had her version of events. In spite of what you may see on television, that's generally how it works. Most attorneys don't investigate matters themselves and go off of what their client says and any official documentation provided by the opposition, in this case, the state. Anyway, this is what happened starting the day after that arrest, leading up to that hearing. Okay. To say that the bad place broke loose the next day is putting it mildly. Even though my cousin Emily had a ticket written from the officer the night before stating she had a valid license, and to call it in if necessary, we opted to have me drive to the license branch to get a replacement. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
In all fairness. It only took a few minutes, and we were on our way to the museum. We were both a little nervous because my aunt hadn't called or anything, and with her silence, something to be worried about. Yeah, I could see that. You almost want to hear her squawking, because then you know she can't be squawking anywhere else. We left the museum and to get some lunch, and my cousin went to the restroom while I waited at the kiosk. As I'm standing there, a police officer approaches me. There are 3 others milling about, looking very out of place in that area. You know the fake, I'm supposed to be here and I need to look fake busy behavior? The officer asks me for identification as I go to pull my license out for him. I asked him what was going on and why they needed to see it. I said, "Sure, officer, let me get it. What's going on?" Police officer, "I have a report that you are an endangered runaway involved in the transportation of substances." I stopped cold and stared at the officer. He was not kidding. I started laughing. He was not amused. My cousin approached us. Me, "I don't suppose the name of the person that gave you the tip is Crazy Aunt?" Police officer, "I can't give that information out," which is fair. Me, I hand him my license. "As you can see, I'm over the age of being considered a runaway. I was 21. I'm also not involved with substances of any kind, and if you need to discuss this further, you can contact my attorney. And please tell my crazy aunt I said to drop dead." Police officer, "I'm sorry for bothering you, but we had to check." Me, "I get that. Maybe I was an endangered runaway, and until you check, you can't possibly know that. What you should know, however, is that your source was arrested last night for stealing a car and destroying government property." Police officer, "Well, I'll check on that when we get back. Maybe we need to add another charge to her list. Have a nice day." Cousin and I get our food and head back to her place. When we arrive there are about 30 messages on her answering machine. For young people, this was a primitive form of voicemail. Several were for my brother. It seems that my aunt, delusional as ever, called him and told him that I had been arrested for substances. Oh, how would she know? How would she know? And I was in really serious trouble. He was a little concerned. I called him back and told him everything. Thankfully, he hadn't booked a flight to come and get me, so Crazy Aunt failed on that front. I told him our plans for the evening, and he told me to be very cautious around my aunt. I told him not to worry. I would be fine. The other messages were from Crazy Aunt to me. "Oh, please tell me you saved all of these. This is evidence now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Auntie." Demanding that I leave, explaining I'm not allowed by law to visit that state without her permission. The state?
Yes.
She controls the whole state?
She's now immigration or customs.
Stop! No! Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Or without being a parent, without a parent or legal guardian, the world was a strange place in her head, and she was going to have me arrested if I didn't leave. Naturally, she blamed me for the arrest the previous evening. No. Emily and I went out for dinner to attend the concerts in the park series that was going on that week, and I had a feeling I was being followed. I was trying to pinpoint where my crazy aunt was in the crowd, and then Emily said softly, "Straight ahead, 3:00. Yep, there she was. Unlike everyone else who was facing the band, she was staring at us. Just staring. I'm sorry, the visual I have in my head is hilarious. We decided to cut the evening short and went home. I like weird, but that was sinister. That's really weird. That's when, like, "I Am Your Mother" becomes a horror movie soundtrack. It's, oh, no.
We're moving into Tangled.
Oh, gosh. Mother knows best. Right? No. No, this woman, no. About an hour later, there was a banging on the door. It was the police. Again. We let them in. They had a tip that it was a substance house and asked if we minded them searching it. Of course we minded. We asked them if they had a warrant, and suddenly my crazy aunt appears.
How did she know to show up?
How did she know? How did she know? Here we go. Police officer, "Ma'am, you can't be here right now." Crazy aunt, "My daughter lives here." Police officer, "I'm sorry, ma'am. You have to wait outside." Me, "So you gave them another false tip?" Crazy aunt, No, I told you that you would be arrested, and I was right. If you aren't hiding something, then why do you care if there is a warrant? Answer me that. Me, because privacy is important to us as citizens in a free country, and you do have the right. Unlike how Crazy Aunt thinks that laws work, you do have the right to ask for that. So, yeah. Police officer, ma'am, no one is being arrested. We were following up on a tip, and apparently you are the one that made this accusation. Crazy Aunt, arrest her. She isn't supposed to be here. Police officer, why not? Crazy Aunt, because she doesn't have my permission to be here. I told her specifically that she's not allowed to visit my daughter without my permission.
Again, they're both adults.
21 and 22. And this is not her house.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Police officer, do you own this property? No, my daughter lives here, so it's my home too. Emily, it's not your home, and I invited OP here now. Here, now please leave us alone. Crazy Aunt. She doesn't have my permission to even be in this state. I'm so glad she's doing this in front of police officers. That just makes this so much better. This is the best police interaction we've read about since Do It for Dan.
Yeah.
With like the front door handle on the floor.
Yeah.
Bashed out of the car. Or bashed out of the front door. Oh my gosh, ridiculous.
The cops in this one were good.
I like these cops so far, not gonna lie. Your permission is not required to visit this state or even this person. They are both adults. Me. Officers, this woman has now made 2 false complaints against me, harassed me, and threatened me. Is there any chance you can arrest her and lose her paperwork for about 10 days? By then I'll be home. Crazy Aunt. They can't do that. I have every right to keep you away. Besides, I have to be in court next week because of you. No, not because of her. She didn't do nothing. OP didn't do anything. OP's just here.
They're just watching this
She
whole mess.
just came to see her cousin. Oh, wow. I can't believe she's married.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Police officer, why does she have to be in court? Emily, because she stole my car and tore up my license yesterday. That was her? I heard about that at the station this morning. There you go! People talk. People talk. People talk. I told you. Me. What are my options? Police officer, I'm sorry, we can't lose her paperwork, though I certainly sympathize with you. You can, however, press charges against her if you like. It would get her out of your hair until morning, at least. I'll take it. I signed the form and she was arrested again. I have rights. Yep, the right to remain silent. This time she posts a $1,000 bail and was released. Because the police clearly don't understand the law and how she is right, she goes back to trying to harass me and control Emily. The problem was that now she couldn't find us. While she was busy being arrested and bonding out, I talked to my mom and her brother and sister-in-law. Mom got us a hotel suite booked under the maiden name of my good aunt. Emily and I packed up and moved to the hotel. This mom is the MVP.
She's trying.
She's trying. And she's well aware of how crazy this is.
Yeah. There are no rose-colored glasses for her.
No.
With the crazy aunt.
No. 4 days later. There is a knock on the hotel room door. I answer it to find the police standing there. This was different. 2 were in uniform and 2 were in regular clothes. Detectives. Oh boy, I sighed. I told them I'm not a runaway and there are no substances, but come on in anyway, and offered them some of our soda supply. They declined. Just imagine them coming in and being like, do you want some Coke? Not that kind. This kind. This kind. Detective, do you know why we're here? Me, not specifically, but if I were to guess, I'd say my crazy aunt has cooked up some new story to sell to you. Detective, do you know where we can find Emily? Yes. Is this a confession? To what? Detective, to her unaliving. Stop! Stop! No!
Yep.
This woman is insane. She's insane. Me. What? Detective, your aunt says that you have always hated your cousin and that 4 days ago you got her out of the way and then unalived Emily and dumped her body. We would like to know where her remains are to give her family closure. Cooperation would go a long way here. Me. First, crazy aunt is the one who has always hated me. It's a long story. Emily is one of my best friends as well as my cousin. Second, I did not unalive her. She isn't dead. Oh my gosh. Detective, then where is she? Me, taking a shower. We just got back from the pool, and chlorine does nasty things to her curls. She'll be out in a minute. Sure you don't want some soda while we wait? One officer had moved to the bathroom door and could hear someone in there. He nodded at the detective. Police officer, do you have any weapons in here? Me, just a knife by the sink. I handed them each a Coke and took one out myself. I yelled into the bathroom, hurry up, we have company. Emily squealed, Mikey! I knew she'd hurry now. She thinks it's her husband. Boyfriend at the time, but now husband. I returned to my seat. There was another knock at the door. This time it was Mike. He came in, grabbed a soda, sat down and looked at the police. He nods to the two plainclothes cops and said, detectives? They nodded. Mike said, so what is she claiming you did this time? Me, unaliving. Mike, cool. Who did you unalive? Me, Emily. Ugh. Damn, I was going to marry that girl. You do, and crazy aunt becomes your mother-in-law. Mike, I don't plan on returning from the honeymoon. She'll never find us. Me, I thought that when we left Em's place and decided to stay here, but here we are. Fair point. How did they find you? Me, good question. Detective, we had your information and we called your home. Your father initially refused to tell us where you were and insisted on calling the precinct directly to make sure it was really the police. Smart man. Then he told us where you were and he would like you to call him when we are done here. I picked up the phone and called my brother. I let him know everything was fine and that I called back later with more details. Emily comes out of the bathroom and rushes to see Mike. It takes her a moment to notice the police. Emily, oh good grief, what is she claiming you did this time? Me, unaliving. Emily, wow, she's pulling all the stops here. Who'd she say you unalived? You! She's probably like, I want to go back in the shower. This is me. But I'm not unalived. Detective, maybe see some identification. I mean, she can't show her driver's license. That got wrecked.
Well, she's got a new one now.
Yeah, Emily handed it to him and we gave him the whole story. The officers just shook their heads. Detective, we will let her know that you are alive and you will contact her when you see fit. We will not disclose your location to her. Me. So she gets away with more harassment? Detective, I'm afraid so. The reality is we can't prove that there was any malicious intent here, even though there was. When neither she or anyone else knows, Emily had seen or heard from her in days, she can make the case that it was reasonably concluded that Emily was in danger. You were the last person known to be with her, so you are the logical starting point. Me. Well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for not coming in with boom booms blazing. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Detective, we only do that on television. Randomly pew-pewing up hotel rooms creates a lot of paperwork and we hate paperwork. Try to enjoy the rest of your visit here. Me. Oh, I will. She goes to court in a few days for car theft, and I wouldn't miss that for anything. And that's it.
That's it. That's the story.
I'm not okay. I am not okay. I am not okay. I have to say, Jackie, though, yeah, I don't know if Lulu said this as well when we were talking the body, but yeah, there it is, yeah. She's not dead yet! She's getting better! I am happy! Oh my gosh, that is insane. I honestly kind of just want to hear more stories.
There are a few more stories.
About this person?
Yes. I haven't read them all yet.
I'm interested. I'm interested. Put a 1 in the chat if you are interested in hearing more of this drama. I want to know. I want to know. Oh my gosh. I just see so many like, what? Wow. Stop. Oh gosh. Yeah, we got a lot of ones. We need more, please. More, please. More, please. Oh my gosh. 1 to the 100th. Okay. I think producer sister has heard your feedback. We will consider. We will consider. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't think you can make that up.
No.
That is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. That is quite possibly one of the craziest, like, crazy aunt stories I've ever heard. I feel like her and oh, what's her face? The mother-in-law.
Call mom or no? Oh, what was
The
her
dear
name?
husband
Yeah.
mother-in-law. That lady. They would be friends. I'd like to see the two of them have their own reality show. Put them in a house together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would watch that. I would watch that. Thank you, Project Metal Music. More, please.
Cruise control. That's right.
Cruise Control. Yes, exactly. Cruise Control and Crazy Aunt. They're a match made in heaven. They belong together.
And I will also, I'm not going to lie, one of the other stories I read, it's not garlic bread, but it does involve bread. Yeah.
I can't. Oh my gosh. Yes, and Carbonize just said, lol. Yes, all they do would be scream at each other and call the cops. It would be beautiful. That is the television I want. That is the television I want. Right there. I need this. I need this. Oh, but I guess Crazy Aunt, may she rest in peace. And I hope didn't bother people again and maybe learned her lesson a bit. Because, court might do that to you, but it doesn't sound like she really respects it whatsoever. I mean, if she thought 5 judges were all wrong, then I mean,
She knows best.
mother knows best. Oh gosh. Oh, Lulu and Emily, OP, and the police went out for dinner, cake, and laughed and laughed. Yep, they all had garlic bread and had a great time. That's probably what happened. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's funny. Well, guys, we've been going for 2 hours. We're now in the ending portion of this stream. I did want to let you guys know, because this is a little, it's not like downer, but just so you guys are aware that I've seen it. It looks like in a couple of weeks, there's going to be a documentary coming out from Investigation Discovery. And it is going to be a breakdown of the controversy surrounding Nickelodeon, child actors, and what I'm going to say is misconduct. I am planning on following this pending that it does not affect my health in a negative manner. If my body's giving me signs I can't handle it, I can't handle it. But this is something I do want to cover. As a CSA survivor myself, I think it's important for these stories to be heard, and for these dynamics to be understood. So I'm going to be looking into it. I think what I may do with it just for myself is post like standalone video reviews. It's been a while since I've done a standalone video, and I did one a number of months ago for the TMZ documentary regarding Britney. And I think it did well, but it also was a nice way for me to be able to talk about things and edit myself so that if something's really upsetting me, I'm not live going through it, because as much as I love you guys, sometimes when I talk about this stuff, it is really difficult. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. So if you guys are interested in that, I mean, let me know. I guess that's a good question. I was just asking, would you be interested in hearing my thoughts on that when it comes out? And just trying to think for a second. There was something else I wanted to let you guys know. Here we go. We recently wrapped up our coverage on the Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrandt situation. If you guys remember. And one of the things we could not cover when we talked about it was the response of Jessie Hildebrandt. And I think we all Jessie is just an incredible person. I love listening to them speak. They just seem to be amazing. And Jessie had turned off or had walked away from social media for a few days when all of this went down. But now we know, and I can show you guys here, Mormon Stories podcast, this right here, has posted an episode with Jessie. And this, I have not watched this episode yet. It is over 2 hours, but it definitely looks like this is going to be Jessie's response. So if this is something you guys are really interested in seeing and hearing that perspective, this is probably the best place for you to go. So I hope that helps with that. And I haven't had the time to be able to sit and watch all of it and do a full summary, but I can tell you every time I've watched Mormon Stories podcast, I've been blown away with how professional it is, how good it is. And if that's something you guys are interested in, you'll probably really enjoy it. I think John, the guy that runs the channel, just is a fantastic interviewer. I've been blown away by him multiple times. And the nice thing too is I believe he's actually I believe he has a psychology degree and he has a history of Mormonism himself. So he's very good at being able to interview people and know when things are getting too emotional and they need to stop. Like in the example when he interviewed Adam Paul Steed, the interview actually took place 2 separate times because he was concerned, like there was concern about whether or not Adam was okay. So I'm happy to see that this is where Jessie went, because I think Jessie, the way that Jessie felt would have been considered, essentially. And that makes me happy, as opposed to just being like a news interview where it's, give us our, our headlines, give us our quotes, give us our this. This is very much, I think, as the thumbnail suggests, this is about healing. And I'm happy that Jessie has had that opportunity, and I will likely be watching that over the next few days. So yeah, that's kind of the updates to the other stuff I really wanted to talk about today. I didn't really feel like it fit into the headlines earlier, but I wanted to let you guys know. And I guess now is, if anybody has anything else they want to send in, any questions, any last minute gifting or whatever, now is the time. Here's your last call. Producer Sister, may I ask where we are at on memberships?
33.
We are at 33. So Team Odd, you are still in the lead. Great turnout today. Thank you guys so much all for being here. I've had a lot of fun. And it's going to be a good time. I am going to go ahead quickly and throw the link for Jessie's interview in the chat here. So if you guys want to check that out, you are welcome to do so. All right. Team Odd. I love how you guys are so like Team Odd, Team Even. I love it. See, my energy level's starting to drop now. I'm getting tired now. We've been going like, constantly. Yeah. No, it was a good time. Alrighty. Oh, Jalissa, hi. She said, I was so late. I will definitely watch the show on the replay. It's been a fun one. I've had a lot of energy and emotion today. In all honesty, I have. And I still have I Am Your Mother stuck in my head. That's going to be in my head all day now.
You're welcome.
I am your mother.
What is it to me?
I'm just imagining the cops. The looks on the police faces. It's just ridiculous. All right. Well, we are going to wrap up then. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I'm going to play the outro. As always, if you would not mind leaving a comment when this video is done, or the stream is done, I would really appreciate it. It just tells YouTube that there's interaction with this stream as more than just a stream, but also as a video, which helps me out in the algorithm big time. So if that is something you would be willing to do, I would so appreciate that. It really does make a big difference. And I'm going to go ahead and roll the outro. Thank you guys so much for being here. I think we're planning next stream would be Monday. And we will see you guys then. Much love to all of you. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you later. I don't know, producer sister, you want to say bye?
Bye.
Okay. Bye, guys.